In this lesson, I'm going to show you the user interface of Adobe Photoshop. First, I'm going to open a picture. If I open any particular document or image using Adobe Photoshop, then only I can able to see all those user interface features. What we have with this ought to be Photoshop CC 2022. Now I'm going to choose Open. You have two ways to open a particular document or image. First thing, you can use this open icon. You can go to the File menu. We can choose Open. This is a faster way. Here I have my folder, which is Section 1. And I have all these images. For the Section 1 exercise works. Here. I'm going to open an image. I'm going to choose this image and I choose Open. When I choose Open, you can see this image was loaded with Adobe Photoshop. You can able to see how the image looks. This image looks really good with my Adobe Photoshop. Now we can see we have all those options. What we have with Adobe Photoshop. This is the user interface. This is where we are going to create and we're going to edit and we're going to produce all kinds of image-based works using Adobe Photoshop. In this user interface, at the top, it can able to see we have a bar which is also called menu bar. The middle bar has lots of minus. It has File, Edit, Image. All those manos related to the particular menu. For example, you can see we have a lot of menu option here. I'm going to choose this one, which is Image. If we choose Image menu, I have all those image adjustments options. In this image menu, you can see all those sub-menus in the same way. If you want to adjust the layer, if you want to control the entire layer palette, you have all those options. In the same manner, we have each and every metal to do all kinds of imagery, dating and modifications using Adobe Photoshop. After this middle bar, I come to this left-hand side. You can see we have list of icons. This particular body's called toolbar. You can able to see, if I move my mouse over the particular tool, it shows me the tooltip texts as well as the animation. It shows you the preview like how to use that particular tool for image editing or image manipulation. Here you can able to see we held this stuff tools. We have all these tools in a single column. If you wanted to keep these tools in a two column, it can use this double arrow. You can see that we have the arrow here. I click here. Now you can able to see we have two column of all those icons. So based on your needs, you can say what kind of columns you require. You can able to see we have two kinds of icons here. We have list of tools with small triangle at the bottom. You can see right hand side bottom we have a small triangle. Most of the tools has those appearances. Few tools don't have that. You can see we have this magnifier tool, which is also called zoom tool. That doesn't have any sub-tools here. So when you have that particular small triangle at the bottom, that is an indication that tool highest most of tools inside. If you push all your mouse over the particular tool, you can able to see all other tools. You can see we have this particular tool, which is also called the lasso tool. This tool has two more sub-tool. Since you can see we have polygonal lasso tool and magnetic lasso tool. In the same way, each and every particular tool has small triangle. Will have hidden tools are so-called subtitles. By pursuing that particular case, we can able to show that. You can also right-click over the particular tool to reveal water. All the tools we have inside the same tool. This is how we are going to access each and every tool in this toolbar using Adobe Photoshop. After this toolbox, if I select any one particular tool, I'm going to choose a texture tool. You can see here we have the texture tool. I choose this tool when it shows this tool. You can see after choosing this tool, I come to this tool option birth. Here we have lots of options. You can see we have the home icon. And after that, you can see we have a text icon here. We have all those text options here. You can able to see we have the font type and we have the font style. We have the size of the font. We have the appearance of the font. We have the alignment. They have the fill color for the font. And we have the paragraph tag palettes. So if you choose any particular tool in this left-hand side, you'll get all those tools option. In this particular place is called tool option bar. I'm going to choose on more tool. I'm going to choose this first rule. Just selection tool, which is also called the move tool. And I chose this mode tool. You can able to see it shows me all those options what that particular tool has without overly photoshopped. This tool is called move tool. You can see this particular bar is completely has all those controls for each and every tool. It can see that I choose a different tools. And you can hit all those features here in this particular option bar with just tool option. But after this tool option, but I come to this right hand side. Here you can able to see we have a small triangle like appearances. Those areas are called panels. We also call that as palettes. Palettes or the floating windows. It has all those subcategories features for each and every tool and editing works. You can see I have color. But the help of this color palette, I can able to collect different colors from this color wheel. You can able to see that it has selected different colors for our work. In the same way, each and every palette works. We have swatches which has 3 different colors. We have gradient to have multicolored in the same particular field color. We have the patterns. We have the properties, which has all the details. What we have selected in this particular area. We have all those options as a palette. This right hand side. After this palette at the center, you can able to see here we have a work area. This area is also called canvas. We may call us canvas or curia. This is the place where you are going to do all the kind of new image creation, new image editing, or new image modification. You're going to do all the work in this particular place, which is called a work area or canvas. You can use this converse in a new form or you can also create from the template also. Now after this, the canvas area, which is also called Arcadia. I come to the bottom area. You can see here we have a status bar. The status bar has all the details about the current document and the Photoshop. You can see at the bottom, we have the zoom level of this particular document. You can able to see it was 16.67. After that, we have the dimension of the particular document. We have 6016 pixel into 4016 pixels. And we have 72 pixel per inch. Here you can able to show different data about the document. Let me show you here I have the small arrow. When you click this small arrow, you can able to see we can display different options here. For example, I'm going to choose the current tool, menu. Choose the current tool. It shows you what tool you have selected in this particular toolbox. Can able to see that was not changing each and every time. In the same way, if I want to show the document size, shows me 69.1 megabytes, which is the document size, including the processing melody. You can show different properties here as you're required. Based on this need, you can set which one you want. I'm going to choose this timing. It shows you the timing. So in this way, you can also use this particular bar, which is also called status bar. Here you have the document area. At the top of this document area, we have the information about the current document. You can able to see from the beginning to displace 850. We have the name of the document. After that we have a .jpeg, which is the file format of the current document. After this JPEG, you can see we have at the current zoom level of this particular document, this is 16.7. After this current zoom level, we have the document color profile. You can able to see we have RGB. This particular document or image has RGB color profile. Right now, after this color profile, we have the bitrate of the color. It has 8-bit colors. If you want, you can create a 16-bit or 32-bit colors. But that will increase the file size according to the particular image resolution. Based on your needs, you can set whichever you want. These are the options. We have the user interface of this Adobe Photoshop. Now, if you want to use this user interface effectively, you have to know what are all the manipulations you can do with this user interface. Now I come to this Windows. Windows may know we have the option which is Workspace. Workspace you can able to see we have different options here. We have Asian Shields. We have 3D, we have Graphic Web. Based on your industry, you can choose which kind of user interface you record. If you are a digital artist, you are going to create a digital paint or not. It choose this option which is painting. I'm going to click here. When you choose this option, you can see here we have the swatches. We have blessed paste all palettes here. We can have all this particular user interface. We have large amount of space to do all of our digital painting work, which uses Windows. I choose OK space. I'm going to choose this. Photographies, many choose photography. It shows you the information about the histogram and all other features which is related to the. Based on your needs, you can choose which one you want. I'm going to choose this web now. Graphics, and it has. I know all those basic things about the topography as well as the layout design. Here I'm going to choose Essence Seals, which is a default one. You can see this is how we got the user interface at the beginning. These are the different profiles we have for the user interface. Now, after this, I'm going to show you now how to use this document in the user interface. You can see right now we have all those icons as well as manos. If you want to manage this particular document in Adobe Photoshop, we have different shortcut keys. For example, right now you can able to see we have 16.7, which is the current zoom level of this document. If I press Ctrl 0, you can able to see I can able to fit the image for the entire document area. The Ctrl 0 is the shortcut key. Now, the current document zoom level is 24%. You can able to see that when you are doing a work here, either image editing or digital painting. If you feel like those pilots are distributing do our unit most space in this user interface, we can hide those palettes here. To hide those pilots, you are going to use the shortcut which is Shift Tab. When you press Shift Tab key, you can able to hide all those palettes. What we have on the right hand side. Not only on right hand side. I'm going to press the same shortcut key again, Shift to Tab. You can also move those palettes. Of course, palettes are floating windows. I just come to this place. You can see we have the palette which is called Patterns. Just personal memos here. I drag and release here. You can able to see I can able to separate the palette from the group. Just wanted to pursue and drag outside. The same way I can able to add the palette with the group. Farther does what I'm going to do the same thing. I just click and drag and I want to release. When you got this particular blue colored outline, they're going to release here now. The time only you will get that particular palette on the group. And I'm going to move this palette also. In this way, you can separate the palette from the group or we can add in a group. Now I'm going to press Shift Tab. You can able to see I can able to hide all those panels as well as the palettes, including the separate ones. That's why we are using the shortcut which is shifted up. Can in person Shift Tab instead of pressing shifted up. When I press Tab key alone, just press Tab. You can able to see I can able to hide all those palettes. The toolbox and tool option bar. We have only the menu bar and the document area. You can do all your works without any disturbance. If you want to access any toolbar when you are doing the job, you can show the Tab key and you can access the particular tool. And again, you can press the Tab key. So this is the shortcut key. We have to hide all those palettes. SLS, tool option, Burke and toolbar. Remember, each and every time you don't want to press Tab key to hide or show the particular palette, to select a particular tool. If I want to access temporarily, I can come to the end of this particular tool option bar. Now you can see when I move my most worse this end, that particular toolbar alone, which shows automatically. Here I can select which tool I want. I select here. After selecting the particular tool, I come to this right hand side. That particular toolbar automatically hide. If you want to access the particular toolbox, that particular tool icon, you can come to displace and show you automatically. And after selecting the particular tool, if we go outside, that will hide automatically. This feature is called auto hide. Glue work on the palettes also. I come to the right hand side. You can see we got all those pilots. After selecting the function, I come to the left hand side and you can see all those palettes are in hidden mode. This feature is called the auto hide. We have this auto hide for many versions of Adobe Photoshop. In this way, you can able to hide or show all those pilots and toolbox and tool option bar using Adobe Photoshop. Now I'm going to press Tab key. We got all our on those features back. and when you are working with digital art or image editing work. If you want to concentrate more and you don't want to even show the menu bar for that also, we had different shortcut key. Now I'm going to show you that we have the shortcut which is here. We don't need to press Ctrl or Shift or Alt with the earth. Simply we are going to press the shortcut key, which ECF. Now I'm going to press when I plus you can able to see I don't have the title of the particular document. Previously we got the name of the document and the zoom level, everything. Now you can able to see this particular document was free. It was floating in this particular Photoshop software. It was pressed the F1s. Now again, I'm going to press the same year. You can able to see I can able to hide all those menu bar, toolbar, tool option bar, the panels, everything I can able to hide, even status bar. This is the full screen without middle bar mode. You will have only the document area content. Here also, you can able to access the auto hide features. If I come to the left hand side, you can able to see I have the toolbar. Come to the right hand side, you can access the all those palettes. After this, if I press here for again, we'll get everything in a normal mode. This is a normal good. If you press your phones, you will get a floating window mode. And if you press F again, we'll get the document without middle bar mode. And I hit F again, I got normal mode. The same. You have to know the shortcut key, which function 3 times, with 3 different appearances in Adobe Photoshop. This is how we have the user interface of Adobe Photoshop 2022. I hope now you can able to use this user interface for creating a new document or doing image editing using Adobe Photoshop 2022.